Yeah, he had a great run, and it's fun to watch. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa. Caitlin Clark play about the same last year, so I was watching a lot of basketball.
The Indiana Fever made a coaching change that nobody anticipated, and it has completely upended the basketball world. The seasoned captain Stephanie White, who had once led the team to victory, was abruptly removed. And none other than Larry Bird, a legend whose name alone sends chills down sports fans' spines, takes her place. The brightest talent in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, was completely stunned. However, what might have caused such a startling upheaval? This is the tale behind the startling revelation that took the basketball world by surprise. Nobody could have predicted the moment. Not the media, not the devoted supporters filling not even the most seasoned basketball analysts at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The typical excitement of anticipation filled the arena. However, the second Caitlin Clark went up to the microphone, everything was altered. The audience fell silent, as though everyone's heartbeats had abruptly stopped and were suspended in a group standstill. Everyone was staring at her, every ear strained to hear her words, every camera lens concentrated. Then she said something. The basketball world was instantly rocked by these simple yet devastating words. There was a new head coach for the Indiana Fever. However, this was not an ordinary hire. It was a completely unexpected person. Someone whose mere presence had the potential to completely upend everything supporters believed to be true about the WNBA. This was not your typical announcement. It wasn't merely a standard organizational change or a straightforward team upgrade. This was a profound change with wide-ranging effects. An occasion that has the potential to fundamentally change women's professional basketball. The ramifications were astounding. All of a sudden, the conventional lines separating strategic leadership, organizational decision-making, and player impact were being rewritten in real time. Already a phenomenon on and off the court, Caitlin Clark had assumed control in a number of ways, establishing herself as a key player with the ability to influence the franchise's destiny. Almost instantly, questions started to flow through social media feeds, sports media networks, and locker room discussions. How did the Fever come to be associated with this legendary figure? What behind-the-scenes actions, secret talks, and private conversations have led to this momentous occasion? Could this collaboration, which seems so improbable on paper but is unquestionably exciting in practice, alter the course of the league as a whole as well as the team? For the upcoming generation of WNBA players, coaches, and supporters who were seeing history made in front of them, what did it mean? The enthusiasm on the internet was reflected in the arena. Analysts hurried to comprehend the action. Fans fervently debated the possibilities, while sports journalists rushed to acquire professional commentary. Every post, article, and tweet seemed to express the same idea. The consequences of what had just happened would be felt for years to come. A new era of talent, strategy, and star power was about to begin, one that might completely change the definition of success in women's professional sports. Caitlin Clark was more than just a player announcing a coaching change at that precise moment. She was a spark that ignited a fire of inquiry, intrigue, and excitement, a catalyst for change. The Indiana Fever had done more than just appoint a new head coach. They had allowed the WNBA to enter a hitherto unheard-of phase, one in which limits are pushed, norms are questioned, and there are countless opportunities for the future. A new era in the WNBA has begun with Caitlin Clark's startling statement. However, who is she to make such a bold claim? Let's explore the incredible story of the rookie who transformed the Indiana Fever into a commercial powerhouse and cultural phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is more than just a player. She is a cultural force whose influence extends well beyond the court, changing Indiana Fever in ways that few athletes have ever accomplished in their professional lives. Clark did more than just play basketball from the first time she took the court as a rookie. In professional athletics, she redefined what it meant to be a game share. She transformed a long-struggling club into one of the WNBA's most thrilling teams in just one season. The Fever, who were once thought of as simply another squad vying for attention, quickly rose to prominence in the league and attracted spectators from all over to see Clark's genius for themselves. Season ticket sales at Gainbridge Fieldhouse increased by over 400%, and attendance surged. Once a place that frequently felt half empty, the arena was now a hive of activity, teeming with spectators anxious to see everything Clark did. However, the change didn't end there. Realizing that Clark's attendance alone may increase their visibility and effect, corporate sponsors and brand alliances who had been looking for the ideal ambassador to spark their campaigns flocked to the Fever. Everyone wanted a piece of this circle of rising stars, from regional companies to major corporations. Alongside her supremacy on the court, the team's financial and commercial profile increased. Her influence was further enhanced by social media. Both casual fans and seasoned observers were captivated by Clark's every highlight, assist, and clutch shot on all platforms. Feature stories, interviews, and broadcast segments showcasing not only her athletic accomplishments, but also her charisma, leadership, and personality followed in the mainstream media. She developed into more than a rookie phenomenon in just a few months. She turned become a cultural phenomenon, the kind of person whose impact goes well beyond basketball. UT Clark's extraordinary level of power and influence within the company itself is what really makes her stand out. She now has a say in important decisions that are often reserved for executives or long-tenured management, such as crucial choices about coaching and team strategy, because to her star power, the Fever are more than just a basketball team trying to win games. They now serve as an extension of Clark's vision, a platform where her leadership, marketability, and strategic knowledge come together to influence the franchise's future. In professional sports, this unique blend of organizational power and athletic prowess is nearly unmatched. Clark is positioned not only as the face of the Fever, but also as a driving force capable of reinventing the team's identity due to her capacity to draw attention, motivate supporters, and influence operational choices. She's not just having fun. She is changing the rules and creating a captivating story by fusing the domains of culture, athletics, and business. Few rookies could ever hope to make the kind of lasting impact that Caitlin Clark has, turning the Indiana Fever from a struggling team into a force to be reckoned with both on and off the court. Beyond basketball, Caitlin Clark is incredibly talented. It's a manifestation of culture. Has she, however, reached her full potential? Has her exceptional talent been matched by her coaching? Let's now investigate why friction in Indiana is exacerbated by Stephanie White's coaching style, which conflicts with Clark's style.